Hello, Shalom Aleichem. Welcome back to another installment in this series. One verse a week. This week's Parsha is Parshat Pekudei. That is Exodus chapter 38, verse 21, through chapter 40, verse 38. This video is being prepared for the reading cycle corresponding to the Jewish year 5779. If you find this video to be of use to you, if you find this series or any of my other series to be of use or of interest to you, I wish you would consider going ahead and subscribing to this channel, clicking the bell icon so that you receive updates when I upload new content. Also, if you feel that my work, this series or any of my other series, are worthy of your support, I wish you would consider clicking over to Patreon, becoming a patron, or potentially making a small donation via PayPal. You can find that information in the details below. Okay, without further ado, Parshat Pekudei. Okay, so again, I've been asked to show where the names for the various parshiot come from. So here, the first verse of the parsha. As I've said repeatedly, the rabbis were not creative. They simply chose the first novel term in the parsha as the name for the parsha. So the verse says, Ele Pekudei HaMishkan. These are the accountings of the Mishkan. Yeah, Mishkan Ha'edut, the Mishkan, the tabernacle of the testimony. Asher Puchad al Pi Moshe, that was counted by the mouth of Moshe. Avodat HaLevim, the work of the Levim, the Levites. Biyad Itmar, by the hand of Itmar, ben Aharon, son of Aaron. HaKohen, the priest. So, Pekudei. Pekudei means accountings. Okay, the Pekudei HaMishkan. This is in Smichot form. Pekudim it means accountings. Pekudei is Smichot form. It is leaning, it's in construct form, it's leaning on this term Mishkan. So the accountings of the Mishkan. So in other words, this parsha is going to be a long procession of detailing everything as it was made. And we'll, in the next book, next parsha, Vayikra, we'll begin to see the Mishkan as a working institution. Okay, so let's go to the actual verse for this week. Exodus 39:43. V'yar Moshe et kol hamalacha, v'hine asu ota ka'asher tziva Hashem, ken asu v'yavarech otam Moshe. Okay, so we have some verbs here. We're going to do the verbs first. We've seen most of these verbs, I believe. V'yar comes from the shorish Reish Aleph Hey, which means to see. It's Yud, it means it's in future tense. Yar, it means he will see. The Vav, it's a Vav HaHipuk, it turns it into the past tense. V'yar, and he saw. Who saw? Moshe. Moshe saw. Okay. The next verb here is asu. We see it appears twice. Asu, asu. So asu comes from the shorish Ein Sin Hey. That means to do or make. Asu, this Vav here at the end, the Hey drops out and is replaced with a Vav, and that means, this is past tense, or at least will be translated as past tense. And it means they did. Asu, they did or they made. Okay, they did or they made. Okay, the next verb, tziva, comes from the shorish tzadi vav hey, means to command. Command. This is incidentally the same word as mitzvah, the same shorish, the same root. Just put a mem in front of it. I've talked about that before. Frequently, if you take the bare shorish and throw a mem onto the front of it, frequently you will get a noun. So mitzvah means a commandment. Tziva means Yeah, he commanded. And mitzvah means commandment. Okay. Tziva, he commanded. Who commanded? Hashem. Okay, asu, we did it already. V'yivarech. This comes from the Shorish. Beit, Resh, Chaf. Again, it is in the future tense. Yivarech, with the yud in the front. He will bless. But we have the vav hipuk, changes the tense, reverses the tense. So it goes from future tense to past tense. And he blessed. Okay, so let's look at some of the non-verb terms. We have malacha. I think we've done this for the past 2 or 3 weeks. Malacha is a very critical term in Jewish law, in the law discussing the Sabbath. Many of the Sabbath laws are actually learned from the passage dealing with the construction of the Mishkan, the tabernacle. This work is called malacha, and so too we find that it is malacha that is forbidden on the Sabbath. So we use the Torah as our dictionary, and we discover what kind of terms actually fall under the heading of malacha from the actual text. Okay, malacha again means craft or labor, something like that, some sort of creative work where you're producing something or producing some sort of change. It doesn't mean something that is strenuous. For instance, walking is not malacha. You're not forbidden from walking on the Sabbath. However, it is something that you would do. So, in fact, you could walk a lot and it would be strenuous, but that is not forbidden. It's malacha. Okay. Kasher. Kasher is a bit of a wiggle term. Ka, like. Asher, that. Like that. Literally. Typically, like that is not a very pretty translation. So we will say just like or just as. Kasher. Kain means yes. Literally, you can answer a question with it. Kain, yes. But in this verse, it means thus or so. And finally, otam, bit of a contraction. Otam is a contraction of et hem. Otam et hem. Direct object particle. Hem, them. Et hem, them, to them. Okay, so let's translate this verse. V'yar Moshe, and Moshe saw et kol hamalacha, all of the labor, all the work. V'hine, and behold, asu ota, they had done it, kasher tziva Hashem, just like Hashem had commanded. Cain, so asu, so they did. Whatever Hashem commanded, whatever God commanded, that's what they did. V'yavorech, and he blessed otam, them, he blessed them. Who blessed them? Moshe. Moshe blessed them. Okay, so let's go look at my translation. And Moshe saw all the work, and behold, they had done it just as Hashem had commanded. Just as Hashem commanded. So they had done. And Moshe blessed them. Moses blessed them. Okay. Fine. Let us look at some of the translations. The KJV. And Moses did look upon all the work. And behold, they had done it as the Lord had commanded. Even so they had done it. And Moses blessed them. Okay, so even so is a little clunky. I know exactly what they're going for. They could have dropped the even so would have been there. Would have been fine. So I see this is an attempt at a very literal rendering. In modern English, it's a little clunky. In 1611 English, I'm not sure if this would be considered clunky English or not. Okay. So all in all, it looks like a decent translation. I just would freshen it up for modern ears. NIV, Moses inspected. So right off the bat, I see a problem here. Inspected is not the word. It says VR, and he saw. Inspected would be some, would be like badach or something like that. To be bodek means to check. So inspected is not really the word I would expect to see that in translation. Just merely saw. V'yar means to see, and he saw. So Moses inspected the work. Yeah, but so all is not there. So he inspected all the work. So that's missing, and saw that they had done it just as the Lord had commanded, just as the Lord, and he saw that they had commanded, just as the Lord had commanded. Okay, that's not too bad, except for the fact that we have two verbs here. He inspected and he saw. He inspected and he saw. So it says here, so Moses blessed them. That's good. So go look at the Hebrew and see how many verbs are there in the Hebrew. Well, there's a few verbs, but let's see if the verbs match up to how they stack it. And behold, also Hashem. So V'yar is the word that I think they're translating as inspected. V'yar Moshe, and Moshe saw. They translate as Moshe inspected. But then where's the second saw? There is no second saw here. There is no second verb that means to see here. So I think they have added in a verb that does not exist in the text. So, which of course, from my perspective, is a problem. Okay, fine. In RSV, when Moses saw that they had done all the work, just as the Lord had commanded, he blessed them. Okay, that's pretty good. It kind of makes it flow as a sentence better, whereas the original Hebrew is a little bit more choppy. It says, and Moshe saw all the work. Yeah, he saw the work, and then and behold, he had done it as the Lord had commanded them. That's what they did. He blessed them. So we see they've shortened the sentence. They've dropped out a lot of that. So also it says over here, he blessed them. So in the Hebrew, there's a second Moses. There's a second Moses here. So Moses saw, and Moses blessed them. Let's go back to the Hebrew. It says here's the first Moses. V'yar Moshe. Moses saw. V'yivorach otam Moshe, and Moshe blessed them. So the NRSV is not giving a faithful rendering of the text here. They're sort of, for the sake of style, trying to brush over the fact that to English ears it sounds a little choppy. However, in doing so, they're cutting out words from the verse. Okay, JPS. And when Moses saw that they had performed all the tasks as the Lord had commanded, so they had done, Moses blessed them. Okay, this is okay. As the Lord had commanded them, so again, there's no hine, there's no, so it's a little pedestrian. I don't have any major qualms with it. Tasks is not a very good translation from Malacha. It literally means the work. He'd done all the work on the Mishkan. And behold, they had done it. And behold, I guess that dash means behold. And behold, they had done it. Yeah. Okay. Nothing major I can put my fingers on. It just doesn't seem to be 100%. Let's look at the stone. Moses saw the entire work. They call HaMalacha, the entire work. And behold, Hine, they had done it as Hashem had commanded. They did it like as kasher, like or just like Hashem commanded. Yeah. So they done. So had they done. Okay. And Moses blessed them. So I say this is a pretty literal rendering of the Hebrew. I think, again, the stone is the most literal rendering. The KJV is, although it's a little clunky in terms of its English. Okay, so this is the last parsha of the book. So as is traditional, we say chazak, chazak, v'nit chazek. Be strong, and may we be strengthened. Be strong in the Spirit, the study of Torah. Be strong in the study of Torah. And may we be strengthened in the study of Torah. Okay, so I guess next week we start a new book, Sefer Vayikra. I hope you'll join me. Kol Tuv, Hatzlacha Rabba. Keep learning.